Hello, beautiful Aries. Welcome to your reading. If you're new here, this is Divine Light, and I'm so happy you have joined me today. In this reading, we will dive into the energies of money, career, finances, and we're going to see the material stuff, how they're aligning with you. And also, we're going to start with Coffee Cup, then dive into the tarot. We're going to have two different readings. And as well as 3 important things that you need to know at this timeline. By the way, if you go on to enjoy this message, don't forget to give some love, hit subscribe. That's the free way to support the channel. And if you'd like to see more of these, you can also hit the bell icon, and that will actually give you a sign whenever I upload a new one for you, okay? By the way, if you would like a private reading, I have my email in the description box. Just send me an email and I get back to you as soon as possible. Let's start out with a coffee cup now. I see a chunk of money showing up here within the 3rd week timeline. This is actually an outside comfort zone situation though. You need to... I even see someone with a cloak. I know it's not really clear, but there's the head right there. You can see the cloak around them. So it can be symbolizing an authority figure. And this can be an authority figure outside your comfort zone. This can be an authority figure that you don't really talk to or connect with. However, it seems like there's a short path. The short path can indicate maybe this is like an institution or like an office, government's office, or maybe even like a private office right by your home. But this is outside your comfort zone because it's not a place that you go to most of the time. This can be like an application, filling an application, waiting for the results to come, a support to come, or an approval to arrive. It can be something like that. And it seems like this is very like a short path, an easy way. However, the thing is, like I told you, this is outside your comfort zone. That's why you have never considered that this is actually a possibility for you. That's why this it might take you a while to recognize that. That's why we have the 3rd week here, okay? And another thing I see here, there's very clean cup, meaning the things are smoothing out. If you've been going through a rough time, I even see here a tornado maybe was formed already, where you went through already. You can see that actually like easing down now. It's going away. We're going to see in your cards as well. It seems like some of you have been through some struggle, and I see there's a person's face here. This person has like a hat or a bow above their head, or this can be a person who has a pregnant woman and a child in front of them. This can be a family issue, maybe a family related thing that you have been dealing with, or maybe like this is something. Pregnancy can symbolize in the dreams. If you see yourself as a pregnant or say pregnant person, this can indicate like carrying a big burden. So maybe you're not directly connected to the burden, but it seems like here there's someone in your mind or that you're helping to. And this person might also have an extra little child or extra little problem with them, okay? So don't take it in the sense of the child is a problem, but because like it's raising a child is a process and it requires delicate approach and sensitive approach. So this can be a situation that requires really sensitive approach to expand and grow. And they're in your mind, so you might be even getting paid to help this kind of situations, and that can be the reason of the storm here. However, what happens is you are like the end of it. At the end of it, maybe within a week or so, it's just gonna ease out completely, and then there is a legal paper. This can be even like a new beginning, tabula rasa, a calm new start coming forward. There's a strange character here I see. I don't know if you guys can see it. This reminds me of, if you ever seen The Beauty and the Beast, which is the 2nd time I'm seeing here this week. Another reading, I saw the rose in that movie or the cartoon. This kind of looks like the Beast here. Beast kind of, he has the energy of like, everything catches my eyes right now. That's why I see this like this lion right there. Kind of has this like the vibe of the lion. This might be a Leo, another fire sign that you're dealing with. This person doesn't have negative intentions. But the beast side can be two things. The first thing is, yeah, this person's a go-getter. That's someone that you can trust, that they're going to be a beast when you do business with them or for them. And they're going to really take care of stuff. They're not going to leave you hanging. Another thing here is this can be a person who has been cast out. But they have a positive aura, even though they're surrounded by maybe negativity, they have a positive aura. So this can be someone who is really trying to get outside of a certain situation, and you might be the solution for that. So why am I saying that? Because this is about money, career, finances. So your solution can be also your payout at the end of the day, okay? So maybe someone that you're helping, a Leo, maybe a leader in distress that you're helping, also going to bring some like this tabula rasa, the new beginning. So they might even give you something that you're in need of to resolve something, or this can be like blessings coming through this and this interaction. I see a letter M here. This can be also in the first name or the last name of a person, or mechanics of workings of a situation here getting handled, okay? The paper also looks like it has a person's face. This can be like if this is like an empty paper or a paper that requires some approval, a signature, there's maybe the person can symbolize that signature will be put on there, okay? This is the second week timeline, seems like. The third week, I see there are two chunks of money here. And there is actually someone hiding their face wearing a cloak. There's a smaller person trying to like get the part that belongs to them. This doesn't have to be specifically career related. This can be something that maybe you're requesting from an authority or a person or an inheritance that maybe you're trying to get your part of it. It can be maybe you're going through like a separation of a company or a relationship. Maybe you are actually trying to get your part of the thing, but seems like here someone is like covering something's up, and this might be showing here. So you can wear, I don't know if you guys can see, there's like a goggles here. Maybe like you might start to actually consider protecting yourself. Maybe this is an interaction that you trust that the things are going to work out, but immediately you're coming to realize, no, it's not working out. I'm right here, give me my stuff, and maybe they're not going to do that willingly. It doesn't mean that they're not going to do it, because it seems like you're attached to this chunk of money or blessing. It seems like though you need to be a little bit strategic here. Another thing I have inside, there's a woman, kind of looks like dancing, but also trying to take a piece of the blessing, that chunk of money or a material success that you are getting. And this person is in your heart space. So this is someone close to your heart. Can be a dramatic situation here. This can be someone you're holding on to. I see here the turkey, fertility, it indicates family, and also intuition. Your intuition is right on this person, but maybe you don't want to see that. You don't want to feel the intuition because you might have some sort of attachment to this person. And it seems like the light is shining over her, maybe within the fourth week, the third and the fourth week in between. You're going to realize that maybe they just want to take without giving. This doesn't mean equal exchange, doesn't mean always material exchange. Maybe you're giving the material, but you're not really getting the emotional support that you're expecting from them either. Another thing I see here, unrelated to that, within the third week, there is actually a wishing bone. There's a letter C on top of it. C can mean someone's first name or the last name, or we can take this as like a crescent moon. Crescent moon can indicate a legal accomplishment, an approval, an authority actually giving you an approval. Eastern Rome, actually Byzantine empires, they use the crescent moon as a symbol of the government. And as we know, today's world, we're using most of the rules coming from the regulations coming from the Roman Empire. So this can be when in Rome situation for some of you. Maybe you are actually going to a place which has different practices, because I see that you're carrying the crescent moon in your hand as well. And Maybe that's why you have an opposition here to the structure changing, the system is changing. Some of you might be finding a new job, even going into that space, and like you want to get your part of it, or maybe you have a certain duty in that space and you want to go there with your own rules. It seems like that this place might have its own structure. The crescent moon symbolizes that they have their own rules, because when you walk, it doesn't matter wherever you are around the world, not every two institution has the same rules. And if this is like an outside of comfort zone, maybe a different state, different city, different company, it is going to have their own rules. And that's, I feel like here now you are like, that's going to be your wishing bone. When you accept the rules and then obey them and apply them, maybe you're going to be the leader here. Lion energy, the Leo energy can indicate that you're sitting on a leadership position. That's the wishing bone here. That's when you're going to start to see your wishes are getting fulfilled, that you're starting to get your heart's desire out of the situation. Another thing I see here, there's a woman here, she's holding a baby in her hand, and that can be the pregnancy I mentioned in the beginning. Maybe you're going through the hardship, or either you're helping someone or you are going through that hardship, that the last part of the pregnancy usually is like gets really physically painful and mentally also. And maybe you have been through it now. You're having the baby, your investment, your approach, your attitude. Now the baby is healthy, the thing that you have created, and it is actually bringing the sunshine in, not only in your life, this is your home, in bringing sunshine into your home as well. Okay. Another thing I see here, there's someone, kind of looks like a Caesar. I talked about Rome a lot. So we have a Caesar here. He's wearing this olive branch crown, which symbolizes his approach as a leader. Also, maybe someone coming to you with the olive branch can indicate a peaceful resolution, okay? And they have a good aura. They have another supporter behind them. So maybe towards the end of the 4th week, you're going to get, first we have a peacock here. Maybe initially somebody cocky is going to show up in front of you and they're not going to give you what you're desiring. However, when you stand your ground, stand strong, the real deal, the people who can make the deal actually showing up right there. And I see on the second person's head right here, there's the symbol of sun. This is actually a symbol of sun again. I know you're Aries, however, we have a lot of Leo signs, so you might have sun, moon rising as Leo as well, or you need to embody the energy of the Leo, the lion, the leader of the pack. And also, even though we see lions as predators, they have a social structure when it comes to in between them. So like a hierarchy and a social structure, it seems like here, and you are showing up as the lion. I feel like you are climbing up to the top of that social structure here, and you're going to become authority. And most of the time when you make the hardest decisions, you get paid the most. So it can be that kind of like a position that you're rising here towards the end of the month, or maybe taking on the challenge. So you are you're going to be equal to get that part, okay? That highest pay, or the highest pay from maybe even the universe. It doesn't have to come from like a human source. It can come from a universal source as well, okay? Because money is an energy that is a universal actual source. Let's dive into your saucer now. If you have a specific question, a desire, and intention, hold it in your mind. It's a crowded environment, guys. It's very crowded, and I feel like some of your minds are crowded. You're over analyzing a situation. Your desire coming forward, there's a person right here, and it seems like a mitten right there. I don't know if you can see. So maybe this person's, you want someone to do something for you, but their hands are tied. However, there's a tears of joy coming forward, and like you might become their source solution, and they will help you get what you want at the end of the day, because they have a mitten. They don't have fingers, so maybe they need to, like when you need to do something with the fingers, mitten is not really useful there. And another thing here is the mitten again showing up here as their feet. Kind of looks like a fishman too. You might be dealing with a Pisces. which maybe have been holding off things. It seems like it's going to move forward, okay? And I see the letter F like as a forward. The things are going to start moving on. There's a hook right here. This kind of looks like also a vulture. It seems like the past is going to stay in the past. Some things are really evolving in a way that there's going to be a cleanup happening, like a karmic cleanup that you don't need to think about if you need to clean things up or fix anything. Seems like there's a lot of movement, a lot of action happening in your energy already. So the other things, the rest of the things are going to take care of itself if you're worried if it's not going to be taken care of. I also see that you are maybe putting some things on a boat here. This is like a Six of Swords moment for some of you, maybe from choppy waters to the calmer shores. As a timeline wise, it seems like at the end of the timeline it's showing up. You might be packing in the physical sense, in the literal sense, and this can be your pathway opening to you as well here, okay? And the mitten can symbolize maybe something warm that you need to pack up too, okay? And maybe you're going to a cold place physically or metaphorically, maybe you are going to, like I said, start in a new place that will have that cold attitude towards you. However, when you're strategic, you're going to really conquer that space, okay? Let's dive into your tarot now. Okay, we're going to start with your current financial state, where you are, and where will the sources of income come from. Let's focus on those two subjects, and then we're going to go with the rest of the reading. Okay. Let's see. The High Priestess is your current situation. You're probably getting a lot of intuitive nudges, but this is not just only getting guided physically, mentally. This is all about actually knowing deep down inside, and also you have an innate knowledge. Maybe you have picked up a lot of knowledge in life. You have been through things. You have been through maybe like depression times and crisis times when it comes to economics, and these have actually gave you certain knowledge. Maybe you didn't really sit down and analyze what do you know what's going to happen with the economy, but when you sit down as a leader, as a Leo, you're an Aries, I know, but you're using a lot of that lion energy. Think of it as a spirit animal at this moment. Don't think of it as a zodiac sign. As a spirit animal, like you need to sit down and analyze. That's what the Leos, actually lions, do. They analyze their target first. So it seems like the High Priestess is merging with this energy and telling you it's time to just be calm, quiet, and start analyzing things, okay? Aries, I know your symbol is ram as an animal, but this timeline, I feel like it's calling you to be more of a lion, okay? And calm, cool, quiet, collected, analyze your target. Your financial state is going to improve through the knowledge that you're picking up. And also this can be symbolizing someone knowledgeable already that you're going to receive some advice from, okay? Where will the resources come from? Four Pentacles is the things that you have been saving, okay? Usually Four Pentacles has a negative meaning, but because this is about a positive question we have, where will new resources come from? There are certain things that you're holding on to really tightly, okay? Maybe you're holding on to them in a sense of, oh, that would make money. Even if I do that, I don't like doing that. That kind of things. Like I think Daryl Rutherford, he was a coach to one of my people that I was following about money, and Daryl actually said to this person, you need to go ahead and find a second job. And the person was saying, like, we're trying to manifest money here. Why should I, like, easily? That's the purpose. Why should I just work harder? And Daryl said, you have actually like a resistance to work. You don't want to work. But when you are resisting, what you resist persists. And it seems like here you're resisting something really hard. And this doesn't have to be work. Like you might be considering this as work. This can be about saving the money. This can be about spending the money. This can be about like talking to people. Maybe you're holding yourself back, your ideas back from the people who are actually going to be helpful with that. Pick them up and pay for them. So it seems like there are some things that you're holding off and you're not really pursuing, because maybe you don't want to. Overall, you are resisting, and you can feel the resistance can feel in your throat, it can feel in your body, in your shoulders. If that's the case, know that that's where you need to walk towards. You need to take action on that thing. Okay, and the opportunities to consider is to do things you love as well. So go towards where you're resistant, and do like try to break that resistance first of all by taking action in those areas, and opportunities to consider will show up in a way that will be extremely magical. They're going to be the things that you would love, and you will be thinking at the end, I feel like, oh, I didn't want to do that for a long time, but as soon as I did it, this thing came forward. Okay, so it seems like what you're resisting is persisting. When you let go of the resistance and do the things maybe you're dreading to do, it is going to be the reason how you're going to receive the opportunities. Okay, how will these benefit you? Is Three of Cups. You're going to really celebrate success. This is going to bring a lot of recognition, celebration, and even maybe this is going to bring a lot of like-minded energy together, that you will enjoy what you're doing. It's not only going to be a chore, a work, or something to make money. It is going to be something fun. And the more you have fun, the more the flow of the universe is going to be open to. It's going to keep bringing blessings into your life. Okay. This two wanted to come forward as an outcome. We have Queen of Cups with Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands, let me tell you what the Seven of Wands means here. You see this crocodile, he's up on the hill and he's on a higher plane. So it seems like you might be being resistant because you don't want other people to oppose to you, or maybe tell you, oh, get back down, or you're not better than us. Maybe you don't want to get on the pedestal, but that's where you belong. That's how, you're getting up here. You're getting upgrade when you pursue your heart's desire and break the resistance to maybe being rich. Maybe there is a resistance to being successful, because you don't want to get one up to another. Okay, so it seems like here you're going to get a lot of opposition, and also not really opposition, but also you're going to be able to you're going to upgrade. That's why you're going to deal with those energies for a while. But I feel like it's not going to last too long, because this gives you also an advice wanted to come forward as the Queen of Cups. Approach situations with love, and to yourself first of all, and then the others, because it seems like they're only reflecting what's going inside of you. You are expecting opposition, you're expecting competition, conflict, and that's why it's showing up. When you expect love, that's why it's going to show up. Okay, and that's why it's about changing your perspective. There is a book called 7 Habits of Highly Successful People by Stephen Covey. And that's where he says, there's an example he gives about the attitude and a perspective change. When you understand where people are coming from, you don't really feel any anger towards them, and you don't really judge them. And when you don't judge anything, when you're open to the new things, the thing that basically, that's the Wayne Dyer quote. When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at will change. Okay, let's get the clarifiers here. The High Priestess, I wonder, is this a person? 5 of Conflict. I told you there's a conflict is showing up here too. Knight of Swords is fast news. Your financial state is going to start changing really fast when you use those innate knowledge you have, inner knowledge. Inner knowledge can be a formula that you have created in the past when you made money off of something, or something brought you success, your career application, maybe you filed a certain type of job application and it worked immediately. This is basically telling you, use that formula again and follow your gut instinct as well as the logic here. Okay, it's not only blindly following the gut instinct, because Knight of Swords energy has logic and galloping towards with your new logical ideas to the new future. Where will the new resources come from? Whatever that you're avoiding, whatever that you're hiding, that's where your resources are, whatever that you're resisting. 6 of Cups tells me here, you are resisting to the situation. Maybe there's a past issue, maybe a family issue, or maybe in the past you achieved something so good. Now you're saying oh, it's not going to work out this time. I shouldn't be spending all this energy. It worked one-time thing. It was a one-time thing. It's not going to work over and over again. That can be something that you should be looking past and see. That's where the opportunities lie. maybe analyze that situation, and that will give you the answer to your question. How will the new resources come of income is going to show up? Okay, that past issue, this childhood matter, maybe, or maybe something related to children, that's where your magic is. And the opportunities to consider: Three of Cups, Two of Cups with Three of Pentacles. Something you will love. We have the Lion here too, guys. Leo again. Something you love will show up, okay? And the opportunities might come from also a group of people, a team that is formed. So this is not something you're going to go in solo. You can start with two. This can turn into three. And but I feel like Two of Cups energy is dedication. And the opportunities will show up in a way that you will love to have them in your life, and you're not going to have to do it alone. You're going to get all the support that you need, okay? How will you benefit? Celebration and offering something from yourself as well. Offerings from your heart instead of just dragging. Maybe you don't want to do it. This is like the Four of Pentacles energy reversing itself too. You're going to have a lot of fun in that space. So make sure that you're offering something that also has a lot of love and fun in it. And the outcome, as I told you, you're going to get some opposition. The Lover's card tells me that this is maybe something that is fueling you. That's why you are like creating this outcome here. Maybe opposition is fueling you, and that's why you are maybe conflict or opposition, or the people coming up to you where you are defending yourself is the fuel here. However, the Lovers also tells me that these people might be showing up in front of you out of love. Okay, and maybe they're giving you a peace of mind. That's why the Queen of Cups is telling you, change your attitude, change the way you see things, and then it's going to make sense. King of Swords is actually understanding, logic. It's going to make sense to you when you flip the script here, okay, and see things from a different perspective. Now we're going to pull your three things you need to consider, you need to know at this time. And at the end, I'm going to pull a sigil for abundance that you can write it down, take a screenshot, and keep it by your side to remind you what your desire is, what your end goal is. And actually, I don't know if you have ever listened to Earl Nightingale, The Strangest Secret. You can find it online anywhere now. He actually says that if you have a goal, write it down where you can see it, like on a piece of paper. And on the other side of it, write down the Sermon on the Mount, which is, ask and it shall be given you, seek and you shall find, knock and it shall be opened unto you. Write it down and read it like multiple times a day. And that actually is the way you keep your goal in front of you, okay? And I feel like this is, like, I've been listening to The Strangest Secret every day for the last week. And that's stuck with me, okay? So that can be something that you need to do at this time too. We have here the Moon, which is aligning with the High Priestess. Pay attention to your intuition at this time and move ahead confidently. Intuition is the gut feeling. If you're feeling it in your throat, that's fear. Okay, intuition is a really deep subject. It's not that simple that it's just two things that is a signal of it. It's not that. However, these are two like symbols, like knowing. The throat usually indicates something that you couldn't speak up, and something that you're fearful of, or something that stresses you out. But gut is a different feeling, okay? And let me tell you, that's I don't know if there's in other languages, this gut feeling is described that way. Not in my language, but it is a very specific description. It's extremely powerful and like really guiding, like directly guiding you where you're feeling the intuitive, okay? The Moon also can be guiding you. You can do moon water. You can create moon water in meditations as well. That will be showing you the right pathway. The second thing you need to know, there's a key coming forward, and you already have the lock. It seems like you're going to unlock some things, maybe within you or in your life. This can be indicative of a new key of a car, a new key of a home, an office, an upgrade, okay? New beginnings, directions, and adventures await for those ready to let go of the past, which I told you, we have the Six of Cups here. 6, 1, okay, this is actually number 50, makes it 6, guys. This is directly coming to you. Some things you are holding on to, and this can be even because sometimes we hold on to the positive things that we have been through, and we think that, oh, I'm never going to top that experience. So let me not work for another thing again, or let me not imagine or desire another one. I don't want to top that experience. And past is in the past, that we are here in the now. And in the now, we create everything we desire. So if you keep holding on to that, if that's the case, you need to let go of it so you can create something new and better. Okay? Let's see your third thing. We have the owl. Again, owl has the intuition in here and the quietness. There are spiritual messages and great wisdom to be found during this period of transition. So some of you are going through a transition, basically. You might feel in the transition times tired, disconnected, and maybe you want to sleep all the time. So don't take it in the sense of something is wrong. You can take it as something is right. Like you're going through maybe dimensional changes, energy changes. That's why this is happening. And there are going to be spiritual messages coming forward, can come as directly from someone speaking to you and giving you good advice, wise advice, or an offer. This can be you overhearing something in the radio. Okay, so be attuned to those kind of messages. Let's see your sigil to attract abundance this timeline. Okay, we have love charm. Attract a lover, soulmate, or a life partner. So we're going to go, this is material. We're going to go with a business partner because we have 3 of Pentacles here, 2 of Cups here, 9 of Cups here. There's like a 3 of Cups can be also celebrated or accepted as a wedding, a celebration of a wedding, and merging energy with someone. This can be your life purpose. Maybe you have a purpose, you have a desire, but you're not having the emotional connection with this thing. Okay, so in order to create that emotional connection, you can use a sigil. Maybe you have a partner already that you're working together with, and this doesn't mean attach yourself to another human being, but maybe you want to work with them. However, you're not really feeling the love because this is a tiring time, guys. All our energies are drained out of our bodies most of the time. So you can create this love charm to connect yourself with this energy. This doesn't mean like put something hex or something on someone. This doesn't mean that. This is a positive, created with a positive intention. Or you can just put it on your wall and call upon the love of the universe to show up in your life. Okay? All right, beautiful Aries, that's all for today. I would like to thank you for joining me, and I wish you a magical day. Bye. Hey, beautiful, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel.